Atlantis: The Lost Empire was released in 2001 and was directed by Kirk Wise and Gary Trousdale. It tells the story of a guy named Milo who, along with his crew, discovered the mysterious land of Atlantis, and Milo becomes friends with Princess Kida and they must protect Atlantis from being attacked. So Atlantis: The Lost Empire was a film I had seen once but a long time ago. I was requested a good while ago by Ross O'Hare to review the film as it was his 21st birthday. And happy late birthday, man. I also want to apologise that the review is a little late. I was very busy with other stuff and other movie reviews, so it did take me a while to get to this one. But I watched it last night for the sake of doing this review, so better late than never, I guess. Here's a late birthday present. So after watching this film again, and after, seeing it again for the first time in a long time, I can say I thought it was decent. I thought Atlantis: The Lost Empire was good, but not great. Yeah, it was, I don't know, I found this one to be a little weird. And not that it was bad, it wasn't bad. Like I said, it was still good. But the storyline, the outline and everything was good, but it was the direction and the pacing which made everything happen in the story feel wrong and out of order. It just felt very out of place. The weird pacing, the film started to rush a bit and it started to drag a little at the same time. And the direction, it felt like certain plot twists and certain plot elements were happening while they were appropriate for the story. It felt like they were happening at the wrong time. It didn't feel they didn't feel like they were happening at the right time. They felt very out of place, and I think the direction needed a lot more work. The direction was fine, it was just a little lacking in a few areas. So the story is good, it just suffers from lackluster direction and lackluster pacing. The animation of the movie is actually pretty good, especially for a movie that came out back in 2001. The water effects, the locations, while the character designs are a little simple, but they are pretty decent designs. It's a very nice movie to look at. The characters were good enough, but some were lacking. While I feel Milo's character arc could have been much better, I did like him as a character. Granted, his story could have used a bit of work, but I thought he was a very likeable protagonist. He could have used a stronger story, but he has a nicely written personality and Michael J. Fox does a fantastic voice performance. Princess Kida was pretty good too. She is the generic powerful princess, but I think she's written in a decent way, and she has very nice chemistry with Milo. The two of them play really off with each other. The character of Joshua is really likeable. Unfortunately, he's really pushed to the sideline, but whenever he's on screen, he's a genuine really nice guy and is very supportive. The side characters such as Vinny, Audrey, Helga, the captain, and Gaten are still decent, but they're really pushed to the sideline, where I sadly felt that most of the characters didn't have as much of a role in the story as they could have. The villain, Commander Lyle Tiberius Rook, could have been utilised much better. He's just a very generic plot twist villain, similar to Drago Bloodfist and Grimmel the Grizzly. Had there been a bit of tweaking on Commander Lyle, he could have been a much better character. So yeah, while some characters were still pretty good, some sadly were really pushed to the sideline, which sadly weakens them for me. The music was pretty good. It wasn't amazing, but I thought the music was pretty solid and suits the scenes of the movie. So yeah, I do have flaws with it, but I still liked it. Overall, Atlantis: The Lost Empire is a decent film. It may have a slightly lacking story and a lot of underdeveloped characters. It's still an enjoyable film with some nice animation, music, and it still has its good characters. I'm going to give Atlantis: The Lost Empire a 7 out of 10. So that was my review for Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Thank you so much for the request, Ross O'Hare, and happy late 21st birthday. I'm really sorry that I couldn't get this review out sooner. I was just very busy with other stuff and other movie reviews in the works. But I hope that you enjoyed the review as I've now uploaded it. So stay tuned for the next video, and until then guys, take care everyone, thank you all for watching, and skidoosh.